He was top dogging me.
Who was?
My dad. He just calls me right before we go live. I
That's
can't get a word.
obnoxious.
He starts, and then I respond, nothing. And then he says something else, and I respond to that, nothing. And he's like, well, that's been a good night. It's like, are you hearing anything I'm saying? Like, I've been responding to you this whole time. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole bunch of Dan-Dans in the chat right now. This is WWE Raw Talks Live, and I was thinking tonight we're going to get into the show, we're going to talk about Raw, and we're going to get the fuck out of here. Because we went 2 hours last night with coverage of Night of Champions.
That was a long show.
It was pretty good.
I didn't get any sleep last night.
The views weren't as good as I wanted them to be, but that's my fault.
Because you fucked up.
I played a promo from D-Ray, training for Monopoly. Unfortunately, it was a monetized video, and it had Eye of the Tiger in it.
Mm-hmm.
So we got fucked with a copyright strike. By whoever owns that song.
I can't think of a band.
But
Survivor,
yeah.
Yeah.
But normally on Raw Talks Live, we have to have our brown gloves ready. Dan-Dans, this is an enormous occasion because the brown gloves are not going away, but they're not going to be here with us tonight. So you guys better clean your ears out because we're about to start WWE Raw Talks Live. You ready?
Don't freak out.
Or dry out ears.
Don't use Q-tips in your ears.
The dangerous.
You got. It just started playing itself again.
That should be your ringtone.
No, not just text tone. Every time I get a text, ow, ow. People are gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? Dan-Dans, my name is Ian. You can follow me on Twitter at IDS616. This is the artist formerly known as Mike Charles, who you can follow on Twitter at
The Artist 616.
What we do on the show is we talk about WWE.
What the hell is wrong with
I unlocked my phone and it just started playing. Over again. The Jets are beating the shit out of the Colts.
I know.
17-7.
I know.
Is that good for your fantasy?
It doesn't matter. I don't have either of those teams.
What we do
players
on this show is we talk about Monday Night Raw. We review it promo by promo, segment by segment, match by match. We start with the A story and we work down. So we're not going chronologically. We start with the most important part and we go from there.
Yeah.
Tonight, I feel like we should talk about the whole Kane situation, which leads into our main event.
Yeah, because it's involved with the title.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins is the champion. Kane is back. He interfered last night. Kane showed up after Seth beat Sting, and he tombstoned him. Mm-hmm. Today, Rollins runs into Kane backstage. Wasn't looking for him.
No, Seth goes into the authorities office.
Right.
And he's going back there. Kane, he's got to be here tonight. I know he's got to be here somewhere. And he's just like, I was just wondering if you guys. And then we pan over and we see a large man with short hair turn around with a big old smile on his face.
In a suit.
And he says to Seth, "Oh, it's good to see you, Seth." Totally ignoring the fact that he killed him last night at Night of Champions. And Kane's just like, "Oh, you must be talking about the fact that I've been missing for a few months." Well, a certain somebody broke my leg.
Right.
But I'm all healed up now, and I'm just glad to be back at work. This is fun. I like this a lot.
I really enjoyed this angle they were doing with the dual, because it wasn't clear. I was going to say the dual personalities of Kane, because it wasn't clear to me if it was a work on his part, like if he was intentionally doing it, or if they were going for like his psyche has fractured now, and he is like not. He really doesn't remember what he did. As the demon.
I think it's fun because when Kane came back as a demon last night, it's like clearly we're headed towards Seth versus Kane at Hell in a Cell for the world title. And I imagined for 3 or 4 Raws in a row, however many we have lined up, we're going to have Seth in the ring. I can't believe Kane, after all I've done for him, would do this to me. Bang! Fire goes off, red lights, Kane looks scary, Seth runs away. And I was like, man, we've done this a million fucking times with Kane stalking somebody and coming after him and they're scared. But to do this whole thing where Kane is pretending that didn't even happen. He has no idea that the Demon Kane is back. And then later on in the night, Stephanie and Triple H are talking to him, so we're covering another segment here. Stephanie goes,
it's all part of the same thing.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to give me your mask back. And Kane goes, my mask? Stephanie's like, yeah. He's like, last I saw it, I gave it to you. And if you lost it, you might have a real big problem on your hands.
Before that happens, he's like, I gave it to you. And then he looks and he's like, it's gone. And like he was standing next to it during the whole Seth Rollins thing and he never noticed it was gone.
No. But for him to say to Stephanie, if that mask is gone, you have a major problem on your hands. To me, that's him telling them, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Right.
Like, and don't fuck with me because I will murder you the same way I'm going to murder your boy.
That's rough.
It is rough. That you don't want the Demon Kane mad at you.
No, not the Demon Kane.
I need to talk about how fucking annoyed I am with Demon Kane. Because they're not even calling him the Demon Kane at this point. They're just calling him Demon Kane.
Well, there's Demon Kane and there's Corporate Kane. And now they're two different people completely. You got to differentiate.
No, you don't. It's driving me fucking crazy. It's Kane. We know Kane. I was fine with them calling him Corporate Kane because it was funny. It's like, here comes Corporate Kane. It's like, why do they have to call him Corporate? Just because he wears a suit? But
are there Corporate Kane action figures?
I don't know.
There should be.
Ask the Dan-Dans. The Dan-Dans buy that shit. I don't fucking know. I don't buy stupid baby toys.
I'd kick somebody in the face for having that.
Yeah. And if you're going to go out to a store and buy action figures,
after the show,
lose my number.
After the show, you want to go to Walmart and beat up nerds buying toys?
I'm going to go up to a nerd who's holding a Booker T figure, and I'm going to break him in half. I'm going to say, beat it, nerd.
I'm going to say, take out the trash.
That's the tightest. Why did I say Booker T? He's been retired for like 5 years. You want to hear a great story? One time I was at Kmart, and this lady was like looking at the wrestling figures while I was there. I was probably like 13 at the time, so this was 2003. And I walk up next to her. And I'm just looking at shit, thinking like, oh, she's going to get the good shit. No, I got to get it. And she was like, which one of these do you think like a 13-year-old boy would like? And I was like, I can tell you from experience, I want that Booker T. And she was just like, oh, that's perfect. Thank you. And she picks the Booker and then she buys it. And then like my mom comes walking down the aisle and I was just like, I just helped this lady pick out a thing. The lady grabbed another Booker T and bought it for me for helping her.
Whoa!
She was such a nice lady. It was one of the nicest ladies that there ever was.
That's a nice thing.
That's a great story. But back to action figures. Beat it, nerd.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking pop some nerds for buying action figures.
Pop some nerds.
I don't like action figures around this.
I cannot say enough how much I like this split personality Kane thing. System says, so want to say anything about those Superman figs? He missed the part where I go, I hate anyone who buys action figures. You know what I'm saying? This is a bit, System. We're doing jokes. This is a comedy channel.
I'm not. I want to punch people.
Oh, you're being for real.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, I can't hate you for it. Punch me right here.
Smash him there.
Give me a punch. You kind of hit my nose a little.
Well, you should have been ready.
Can I slap you once? Then you could slap me once.
A light one.
You got to turn this way, though. So you're at a bad angle.
I want to see it. I want to see what it looks like.
You want to give me one?
I said lightly. That was pretty.
That's pretty light.
That was.
Give me one. Give me one.
This is light.
Well, you got to give me one back now. That sucks a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't
expecting
expecting you to hit me that hard, and I got a little pissed off.
Well, I wasn't gonna back out of it. I wasn't gonna shameless you and then not let you hit me back. You know what I'm saying? You're a little red there.
Yeah, because I'm a white boy.
You want me to kiss and make it better?
We gotta get out of that screen or something happened. No, don't fucking come near me with your.
You know what happened?
Mouth.
What's
with the lights?
I don't know. They're all fucked up today. I slapped you and you got angry. You started seeing red and it radiated onto the computer and it started to turn orange from the heat. You know what I mean? Let's hit the chat real quick. Jace, at Jace Plays Games on Twitter, who is a magnificent boy, who's the one he sent me the Q-tip clip, who gave us the new opening for the show today. He quoted you from earlier and says, the do. He says that Kane isn't pretending. He says Kane legitimately doesn't know.
Well, I thought that was I thought that's the way they were going, but I don't think that after what happened at the end tonight, which we'll get to.
System says they should put Brock in Kane's old one-arm gear to start fucking with the Undertaker. I don't think so. I think it's dumb. Steve, aka Fokelschnen, says the storyline was great with TNA did it.
when TNA did it.
It says with.
Yeah, but it should say when.
Nick says they should start calling him Glenn, which I actually think is pretty
That'd
funny.
be fucking awesome.
Josh OR98 says, yeah, but no one watches TNA, so it doesn't matter. System says, yes, there are artists.
What?
I don't know. We're behind. Jay says, what a nice young man. He wants us to do a slap off.
We just did.
Should we do one more round?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. I pitched it, Dan Dans. I pitched it. He doesn't want to do it. Gina says, both of you are having a good brow day tonight. Is it a day or a night, Gina?
Nobody's ever, the whole thing, like, when you say a day, you know, that goes from day to night. But, like, day as in daytime is like, it's kind of different, you know?
I think my brows are on
Nobody has ever complimented my brows or my brow game.
Your brows are not...
So thank you.
They're not strong. Like, you have thin brows.
Oh,
like,
sure.
They're evenly divided. You don't have a unibrow game going on.
You
don't have them creeping down underneath like a Raleigh Fingers mustache.
I don't think thick brows look good on me.
They might. I mean, we can draw them in. I got Sharpies. You want to draw them in?
No chola.
Chola?
Yeah. Like a... You know those girls that draw they shave their eyebrows and then they just paint them on?
Yeah, Paige.
Yeah, but
if you think Paige's eyebrows aren't marker, you got another thing coming.
I gotta look at it.
I've looked at them clearly. Tonight I was looking at something else, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, boy.
Back to the chat. Gina says our brows are on fleek in different words, and I appreciate that. Jay says, damn, artist was much harder. Wait, I hit him much harder, or he hit me much harder? I feel like you hit me a little harder.
I don't think so.
I feel like a round two.
No, I am not doing this shit.
Jay says, how about that Kane Seth Rollins angle?
Yeah.
D-Ray says, at least you have full brows. For whatever reason, System's comments are coming up fucked up here. And System says he never realized how thick my eyebrows are. I got some pretty thick brows. They're pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Can you do the people's eyebrow?
No, I can't.
Try to do it.
I can't. I just
try it with this one. No. Just give it a shot.
I can't.
Try with the other one.
I can't even come close to doing it.
He says you hit me harder. Can you close one eye at a time?
Yeah.
No, like Tim Heidecker style.
No.
Because when I do that, Steve marks out big time. I'm not going to do it right now, though. I'm not going to give away for free. You know what I'm saying? So this whole Kane Seth Rollins bullshit leads us to tonight. The corporate demon, whatever they want to call him, is... Are you just Googling Paige?
I was looking at her eyebrows.
What do you think? Am I right?
Yeah, but they're not the same. They look... They're better than some like other eyebrows that are painted on. Look.
Kane earlier in the night in our first segment with the two of them makes the match tonight. U.S. title rematch: Seth Rollins versus John Sandin.
John Cena.
And Richard Dokesen. Casino last night at Night of Champions, if you missed our coverage or the pay-per-view, won the U.S. title back.
Right. And at first I was like, shouldn't Seth be happy that he's getting his rematch? But it's not on his terms. He's still fucked up from last night.
And I don't think he gives a fuck about the U.S. title.
Well,
he just was happy to have it, so Cena didn't have it, and he had more shit that made him look cooler.
Yeah, but so when you want that shit back?
He's already got one other one. Like, that U.S. title off his plate to a bad guy is just like, oh, that's one less thing I have to fucking worry about. Jay says, from here on, Corporate Kane is Glenn, which is what Nick was saying earlier, and I fucking love that idea. Have you ever been to freelancewrestling.com?
No.
Freelancewrestling.com.
Freelance wrestling, though.
Have you never been to their website?
I don't think so.
Because on freelancewrestling.com, you can get shirts, you can get hats, you can get tank tops, you can get hoodies, you can get DVDs. There's all sorts of products.
There's a lot of great stuff on there.
There's a lot of great stuff on there. There's a full roster page featuring friends of the show like Matt Nix, Chris Castro, Stevie Fierce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just a quick aside.
It's all right. It was a good plug. I appreciated it.
You're not supposed to call it a plug. I'm just talking about our friends.
It is what it is, man.
We're getting to the main event here. We got John Cena defending the U.S. title against Seth Rollins, the former champ. They were taking their time big time here tonight. They were slowed down immensely compared to the match last night.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think you gotta pull it back a little bit when it's a Raw show.
That and
to like a pay-per-view.
that and
what?
Seth had 2 matches last night.
Yeah.
And he was not
So
he was not fucking around. He was selling the shit out of it.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
He like knocked Cena down with a kick and was just like, oh.
Well, he was limping. Like he was limping to the ring. Like,
all throughout the night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at our chat right here. We got Sick Mondo, and he says that last shot was the shit. And he's definitely right. Because as we're getting through this match, we're about to get there. I love Seth selling here. I loved how he limping on the way to the ring. Everything he does in the ring, he's selling the back from last night from his 2 matches. And I pointed out, the ring sounds different tonight.
Yeah.
It sounds like an old Attitude Era ring. There's a big thump to it.
I didn't really notice it until the ref was counting. But then I was like, oh yeah, that is different. Quite different.
It sounded like an old Attitude Era ring. It was sounded more hollow, almost like there was a piece of it missing.
Yeah.
So we get through the main event. John Cena wins with the AA. And Glenn shows up on the screen. He goes, Seth,
Big smile.
whatever.
Pleasant as hell.
I'm a smiley boy. No demon in sight. I don't know a demon boy. You were a great champion, but there are people who are coming after your title. People who you don't want coming after your title. Serious Kane shows up. Glenn is gone. This is Kane. Then there's a big explosion. He wasn't making that face.
Now there wasn't really an explosion. I don't think.
Lights go red. Seth Rollins gets dragged to hell by the Demon Kane, who comes up through the ring where there was a hollow spot, which is why the fucking ring sounded different.
Yeah, because he was looking for Kane because he expected him to come out the ramp, but then he was just standing waist deep in the ring.
Yeah.
And this is one of the dumbest things
that they do a lot.
But it's so fucking good. It's so fucking funny.
Seth is like, here, you're Seth, I'm Demon Kane. Like, he's got him by the head, and he's like forcing his head down into the ring, and I go, isn't this the best?
It's so good.
It looks like the end of a Friday the 13th movie.
It's like when Johnny Depp gets pulled into the bed.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Like I just wish, like, blood. Tonight, smoke came out. We've seen it where flames shot out. I want the blood, like 20 gallons of blood spraying out of that hole.
I'm not against this,
but it's PT PG, so they never do it.
PT PG.
Yeah. And how are they?
What does that stand for?
Primetime Players Parental Guidance.
That's PTPPG.
Primetime Parental Guidance. What did I say? PTPG?
Yeah.
Yeah, Primetime Parental Guidance. Primetime Player Guidance.
Paige's
Parental Time Player Guidance.
Paige's titties. Perfect. Gorgeous. That's how I feel about it. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
The crowd was hot for Seth versus Cena, if we're just going back real quick. The fans liked it.
We talked about last night how they got great chemistry together.
They do.
I thought it was another good match they put on.
But Kane took Seth to hell. Seth is
what do you expect?
He's a dead boy. We're going to have a tournament to crown a new world champion.
We'll never see him again.
I don't think so. They're going to have to get some guy who tried to wrestle with the Shield last night.
He could do it.
He could definitely do it. Did you see the WWE put a statement out about that? Yeah. And they were like, from here on out, we will be pushing legal action against anyone who jumps the guardrail. And it's like, oh, good. Like, you're going to start doing that now. Imagine if you had done that before and people they had a reason to not jump the rail.
Yeah.
Because think about it. If you jump the rail and got in the ring and the whole idea is just like, oh, like maybe they'll throw me out. What is to stop you from doing it? We got Yinka Nelson Cole. He says, go, Kane. You are the best and awesome. Beat up Seth. I agree.
I like his energy.
I like his energy, too. He's all caps. He's shouting at us. This is a good thing. Yinka is a new Dan. Steve is fighting for the attention of Gina.
I mean, I can't. What can I say?
Can't these two see that they're in love with each other? Little Seinfeld.
I think they see it, but they're just in denial.
I don't care. I don't care what they do.
I'm for love. So love prevails.
Steve needs someone to spend time with. Because I thought maybe he would spend some time with Captain McKay in a hair versus hair match, but Steve hasn't said anything about that.
Speaking of hair versus hair matches,
Are we going to talk about this now? September
it's up to
26th,
you.
live on this channel, youtube.com/616 Entertainment. No taxes, Nigel Bravo, who is the 616 Entertainment Monopoly World Champion, with a perfect, unblemished record, professional record, of 6 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, will be defending his title again for the 6th time straight against the #1 handsome boy, Michael Thomas Robinson, against D-Ray, who is in the chat with us right now, who we love very much, who has been training his ass off. Sorry. And also against Amanda Levine, who was making her Monopoly debut.
So are the other guys.
I'm trying to market shit, you know what I'm saying? But so on Facebook earlier today, there's an exchange between the champion Nigel Bravo and Amanda Levine. And Amanda's talking some shit, letting Nigel know she ain't scared. You know, she's got girl power on her side. Nigel goes, how about a hair versus hair match? And Amanda's just like, I've been thinking about like donating my hair. Like, okay. And then you said, I don't think Nigel expected you to call his bluff. And then Nigel shows up and goes, it's got to be completely bald. That's the only way to do hair versus hair. So, has Nigel, he put the challenge out. Amanda seemed to accept it.
I don't know that it's official, because she said, technically, she said maybe.
She did say
she
maybe.
Did not say confirmed, yes, it's on. She said maybe. So the contract is not signed yet. It is not yet official. But we are very, very close.
Yeah.
To getting a hair versus hair match with the 2 best people, the 2 best hair in the match in Monopoly. Now, I'm assuming.
Leave me a message.
Nigel, I was trying to contact you live on WWE Raw Talks Live to talk about the possible hair versus hair Monopoly fight that we have coming up on September 26th on this very channel. I wanted to know if the challenge was official. If Amanda accepts it, do you really intend to go through with this? Those are my simple questions. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. What a great way to hang up on someone. Oh, that was quick. He's back.
That was beautiful.
No taxes, Nigel Bravo, the 616 Entertainment Monopoly World Champion. You are live on Raw Talks Live.
Hey, what's up?
You made a challenge to Amanda Levine earlier today in a hair versus hair fight. If she accepts this deal, do you intend to go through with it?
Is she willing to go all the way bald?
We don't know yet. We don't have word from her yet.
Would you be willing to go all the way bald?
We need to know from you first, because you put the challenge out.
That's the only way to really do one.
If the challenge,
you gotta go bald.
So you're saying you would take the challenge with the.
Hold on, I'm in a Dutch thing. I gotta do math. Hold on,
Ooh.
He's ducking. He's ducking.
That was some Steve Schneider bullshit right there.
He's ducking.
That was some major Steve Schneider bullshit.
So, okay, now I have a question about the rules of this hair versus hair match.
Yeah.
Now, in this situation,
we were gonna go quick on this show.
I know.
Tonight.
Well, we'll go. I know, but this is important.
Yeah.
Okay, but so now there are 2 other competitors in this match. Now, if neither Nigel or Amanda wins, now do neither of them shave their head, or do both shave their head?
I think one has to defeat the other. I mean,
so
we can't have 2 bald weirdos running around. Oh man, Waka got to May 2010 is in the room. He says, "Fuck the Knicks." You know what I mean? Is he talking about the New York Knicks, or is he talking about Marvelous Matt Knicks? You know what I'm saying? Steve says he is not bullshit. But we're not talking about that anymore. We need to talk about the B story tonight, which, in my opinion, I think is Charlotte's celebration, winning her first Divas championship.
This is big stuff.
So Ric Flair comes out.
Ric Flair, the Nature Boy.
Daddy Papa Flair.
Yeah. with his fucking piano teeth.
Can you do the strut?
It's weird to sit down, but like, I think so. I think I can do it.
Remember when I chopped the shit out of you?
Charlotte
and,
can't do it.
And then you punched me and threw your shoe at me?
Yeah. Because you chopped me like 3 fucking times.
You said I could.
Nope.
I have the footage.
You just attacked. You held me down, strapped me down, and you were just like, chop.
I held you down and strapped you down.
You
First of
held-
all, this is not a chop. That's like a big
If
short
I'm
chop.
on the ground, that's whatever.
Ric Flair is out in the ring. He talks about my first world title, my second world title, my third world title. Eric Bischoff. Guts. Nobody knows what we're talking about. I Suck Sticks. You know what I mean? It's on their channel. You should just go watch it.
Yeah. So the proudest moment in his whole life,
His whole wrestling career.
wrestling career, was yesterday.
Mm.
And Charlotte won the Divas title.
This was a really touching moment.
It was.
I really liked it.
It was because, and then when the girls came out, and Charlotte was in the ring, and Ric Flair was legitimately crying for real,
Yeah.
like real fucking tears. That was pretty awesome.
I remember the night they had his like celebration ceremony for his retirement. I was so glad I was watching that by myself because I was bawling like a fucking baby. Uncontrollable. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I don't care what you do.
I'm just kidding.
It was a really touching really touching moment. I liked it a lot. I knew Paige was going to turn heel
It
tonight.
was pretty obvious.
It was obvious, just like she was keeping distance from them as she was walking down. As Charlotte and Rick are talking back and forth about, I'm not going to cry. It's an important moment.
Right.
We cry when we get in the ring together.
And just
Paige was kind of off on the side, like,
right. And just the idea that like now that Charlotte has the title, like Paige isn't the type of
she doesn't take a
diva
back seat.
that's going to be like, oh, like I'm going to help like my friend keep the title on her. She wants the title. So now she's like, fuck.
Gina says her and Charlotte would be a good feud, and I'm not going to disagree with that.
No.
I think Paige and Charlotte could have some really good matches together. D-Ray might tell you differently because he's not a fan of Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? Feel me? But that's his opinion. So I saw the Paige thing coming. What I need to talk about Paige, like I could talk about Paige all day, all night, until my brows ain't fleek. You know what I'm saying? But that just means forever. Paige is so hot, I want to call the cops.
I can't take it. I can't even look at my TV screen.
Paige was on screen all night, and I don't think we said anything other than really bad words and slurs, because I have a thing where when there's a pretty girl on TV, they make me say the worst things possible. Like if there's a gorgeous woman on TV, I'm like, God damn, what a piece of shit. What, I'm gonna light myself on fire and bash my hands with a hammer because that woman is so good looking. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
totally
a little
agree.
dark, but I think it's funny.
I agree 100%. I don't even think that, I'm not even joking.
What does Paige make you want to do?
Like split my skull down the middle with a wedge. Like, okay, you got those wedges that you put in like a stump, and then you take the sledgehammer and sledge it. I want to do that with my own head.
Yeah. You think you have like the room?
Yeah, well,
This is a good gift, by the way.
here's what you do. Well, I can't do it like a full sledgehammer.
Yeah.
It's got to be like one of those little handheld ones.
We'll act it out together. Of
So,
us
like
trying
this
to,
is the
like-
wedge, and then I got like a little handheld sledgehammer. That's not as heavy, but I just go knock.
I think that's the
And
move.
it's just gonna split my head.
And if anybody in this chat is making gifs, they need to make a gif of that. You know what I mean? Because that right there was top notch. Gina says that Paige invested in some new push-up bras. She did. Who's mad? Not this guy. Not this guy.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So Paige drops, as D-Ray is saying, a major pipe bomb on the entire Divas division.
Everybody.
Insinuates that everyone knows why Nikki had the title so long, because she's fucking John Cena. Everyone in Team Bella is looking for someone to get on top of. Like referencing they were both fucking top stars. Alicia Fox, I don't know what the fuck she's doing. She's fucking someone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's no way she's not fucking somebody.
She says that everyone in Team Bad, would she say, like they were irrelevant or like completely useless or something like that?
I can't remember what she said about them. She called Becky irrelevant.
Gina says that we could just rub one out and that would be slightly less violent. Gina, that's disgusting. I'm sitting here. We're trying to respect women's wrestling for the great spectacle that it is. And you're talking about something like that.
I mean, I probably will later, just to save my own life.
I was just doing a bit anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too. I don't do that. That's disgusting. Who does that?
So Paige calls out everyone, ruins her relationship with
Everybody.
everyone.
She called
Says,
Natty. She was like, "Where are you?
Do you even work here anymore?" Which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was.
So basically, Paige pulled a half-baked. And she grabs the mic and she goes, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out."
But there was no "you're cool."
She was talking about herself.
Oh.
She's like, "You're cool." Or maybe there was just someone in the crowd, like that weird old lady in Half-Baked, where he's like, "You're cool." And she's like, Half-Baked is so good. If you haven't seen Half-Baked, lose my number. Because Half-Baked is one of the great movies of our generation.
Yeah,
Stephen Wright plays
so
the guy on the couch. Are you kidding? I quote Half-Baked, not even kidding, probably 10 times a day.
That's a lot.
How often are we just like playing video games and I just go, "I want to talk to Samson,"
Yeah.
all the time? I sing the
lot.
whole song. I don't just do that one line. Charlotte's got a match with Brie. Right. What do you think about it? Gina says,
Charlotte,
"I can't win here." Gina, you are winning because you're here with us in the chat and you're a part of our bits.
we're all winners.
You are active in the chat and we love that, and that's why we're glad you're here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Adam DeVries says you can respect women and jerk off to them.
Truer words have never.
What is
been
this show?
spoken.
What is this show?
Truer words have never been spoken.
Charlotte versus Brie.
Charlotte fatally injured her leg again tonight.
Yeah.
She'll
As soon
never wrestle again.
She limped, and I just go, "Yo, bro, that's real." I think she's really hurt.
She's fucked. She's fucked.
She is fucked.
And then she did her. What's that called? Like the figure four.
The figure
thing? Figure eight.
which Steve hates because he says it doesn't make any sense, and he's not wrong.
No, but I mean,
Like, what makes it 8? Just the fact that she's doing a back bend, and it's like it's twice as painful. Like, I guess that makes it 8. The two first things I wrote down are butt crack and ass.
butt crack, big time.
Because Brie's butt crack always comes out.
Well, it's like there's no space between the top of her pants and the top of her butt.
Her butt crack starts right here, and her pants start like right there.
Yeah.
So her butt crack is just always
Perpetually out.
It's perpetually out. It's a perpetually exposed butt crack.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a bad match at all.
No,
It wasn't bad.
it wasn't.
It was better than some of the shit that we got earlier in the night. And when I'm talking about that, Charlotte wins by submission.
With the figure eight.
This match was better than Ryback versus Bo Dallas.
I barely even paid attention to that, to be honest.
I wrote down, who cares? Ryback picks up the win over Bo Dallas clean. Kevin Owens gets in the ring. It's a holdover because we're not done with Ryback versus Owens.
Right. It was just to get Owens on commentary, for him to talk, Ryback in the ring.
Charlotte versus Brie was also better than the Cosmic Killjoys versus Neville and the Lucha Dragons.
Yeah.
Because, like, the note I wrote down for that is, who cares?
Who cares?
Because they're still doing Stardust and Neville, and it's been over for 2 months.
And I love those guys,
I
but
do.
like, what's going on here at this point?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And like now, including like what's like the team up with the Ascension and the Lucha Dragons.
Cosmic Killjoys.
Doesn't I know, but I'm just saying. Like
I know, I'm just giving them my own name.
it just there was no motive for that team up either.
Steve says to Gina, oh my God, why do you keep coming back if you're going to be mean to me? Steve, maybe she enjoys our show.
Just relax, buddy.
I think she enjoys our show.
Relax.
I think she likes coming to hang out with the Dan Dans to talk about wrestling, like we do every week, like we did last night. Was Gina there last night?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
Gina
sure
was
was.
there last night. Oh, yeah, because we find out she doesn't like you and she doesn't like Steve. She likes me.
I don't know why you don't like me, Gina.
She's doing bits. You got to be a part of the bit.
I don't like even people joking about not liking me. I have to be liked.
What are you, Costanza? Dude, you know who George Costanza is? Mike Colabelli. Every sense of the word, George Costanza is Mike Colabelli.
Okay.
Nobody knows who I'm talking about.
He was on a podcast.
He was on episode 53 of the 616 Entertainment Podcast, which you can listen to on SoundCloud, iTunes,
That's like
or
the,
YouTube.
like the worst performing one, though, wasn't it?
No.
One of them.
No, his episode of
Oh,
the 616 interview shit the bed.
that's what I'm thinking of.
But you know what I'm saying. Jay says RELAX. You know how that spells?
Rexus.
Sheamus versus Mark Henry.
Again, stupid shit.
I wrote down, who cares?
Why?
I wrote down, awful kick.
Although I do love Mark Henry's theme song.
Somebody go and get their ass kicked.
Kiss his butt, shake his hand, shake his hand, kiss his butt, shake his hand, shake his hand.
I'll sing it. You do the charades of it. Okay? Kiss his butt, shake his hand, kiss his butt, shake his hand, shake his. Sheamus threw a bro kick that ended like right here. It was like, and then Mark Henry fell down, and even Cole was just like, might have barely grazed him with that bro kick, and then Mark Henry was like, oh fuck, I should get up. He gets kicked again. He dies dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm getting all kinds of. My phone is blowing up here. I just saw that Amanda Levine has replied to Nigel Bravo's post. We're about to find out what she has to say. She says, let's do this, Bravo. I got the night off work, so now it's official. We've got a hair versus hair match
that's booked official since Steve Schneider keeps ducking out of his hair versus hair challenge. We finally got one that's really going to go down. I can't believe I'm involved in a hair versus hair thing. Not that I'm in it, but like I'm part of the whole thing. And I'm going to see it go down. I'm so excited. This is going to be huge.
I started falling asleep there. I'm just so excited. I feel like I popped a weight mate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't fucking wait for your party. Oh my God, I can't wait.
Oh my God.
Sheamus versus Mark Henry was terrible. Didn't need to happen. We got the New Day and Rusev versus Dudley Ziggler.
I'm dancing.
What is that dance?
I'm dancing. I'm dancing. I like the New Day. I like the New Day.
I feel like you got too many buttons on this shirt.
What do you want?
Jay says hair versus hair Monopoly match. And I'm going to go on record right now and say that's the first fucking time that this has ever happened. I don't think anyone in the history of the universe has ever had a Monopoly title match, hair versus hair. Nigel laid down the challenge. If he backs out,
he's the biggest fucking pussy.
I'm not saying he's a pussy, but I'm saying that will be a black mark.
Steve Schneider's calling me.
Who? Steve Schneider's calling you?
Yeah. AKA Folkland.
What's he got to say?
Hold on. What's up, Steve?
Hello?
Yeah. You're on Raw Talks Live if you didn't know.
I just wanted to tell Mike Artist to stop saying mean things about me because I haven't made up my mind yet. I'm a thinking boy.
I apologize. I just want...
He hung up on you.
Fuck your apology. I was gonna apologize and say, but you're just a ducker who's afraid to cut your hair, and he doesn't want to cut his hair, and he's afraid he's gonna lose to Captain McKay because Captain McKay isn't afraid to cut his hair.
If we're looking at the chat here, D-Ray says Ian is mind blown right now, and he's not wrong. Jay says Root, Seth sucks. Root, Seth sucks.
Rocks.
Root, Seth rocks. I thought he was just gonna play into the heels and faces thing, but he didn't.
Oh my God, we got calls coming in.
Whoa! We're getting calls in up the ass. This is marvelous, Matt Hicks. FreelancerWrestling.com. You're on the air with Raw Talks 616 Boys.
I just wanted to say that Steve Snyder, a.k.a. Folkland, is scared. And he is scared to put his hair on the line, unlike my girlfriend, who is braver than him. FreelancerWrestling.com.
Oh my God.
This Steve, you heard it here from television's Matt Nix. Steve Schneider is scared, and he's more scared than Amanda Levine. Amanda Levine is the badass putting her hair on the line.
I can't believe it.
This is big. I hope we don't get a copyright strike for that Pokemon song. We haven't before, you know what I mean? So we got New Day and Rusev versus Dudley Ziggler. And first of all, how funny was it last night when I was going down the Dudley family tree?
That was so great.
You couldn't keep your shit together. And I really like this match. The New Day comes out as soon as I hear Big E saying, clap your hands, or whatever the fuck he does. I get so happy. Kofi comes out. He's doing the
Big E was
upward
kind
clap.
of doing an upward
Big E
clap.
is he's just starting to like shake his hips some more, which makes me really happy.
But he was doing an upward clap. He was like a variation on that, but it was an upward clap for sure.
Xavier had a doctor's bag with him.
This was this might have been my favorite New Day promo ever. That's Steve Schneider.
Steve Schneider, a.k.a. Flokelson, you're on the air. WWE Raw Talks live.
I just want to say to Marvelous Matt Nix, I'm not a chicken, I'm not a coward. My name isn't even Howard. I left my stuffed animal xenomorph at his house, and I thought he'd be a friend to me, but he's just being mean to me. And that's all I have to say about that.
I thought you were going to hang up there.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
The artist is trying to pull his eyeballs out. Oh, he got me. He got me. You know what I'm saying? This New Day promo was great. Xavier has the bag, and it's like an evidence bag. It's a medical bag. And he says, this is a piece of a table that had to be removed from my buttocks.
And when he said it had to be removed, I was like, is he going to go there? Like, is he going to say it was in his butt?
Well, was he insinuating that it went up his asshole, or it was jammed, like it stabbed into his gluteus maximus?
No, that doesn't happen.
I think it would be much more likely that a piece of a sharp table would stab into a muscle rather than a giant square, something this fucking big, going up a grown man's asshole.
Yeah, but it's the New Day. It's a cartoon.
How does this look on screen?
It looks like your face.
Do I look like that?
No.
Kind of wacky with this?
Once.
How hard? 1 to 10.
3.
I feel like that's a 3.
That wasn't bad.
How about a 7?
No.
Okay.
I'll go knock out.
I'll go knock out. Oh, man. Steve says this show is out of control.
Well, you're the one calling
Matt Hicks says this is the best show ever. Jay says,
I might have to agree with you.
Jay says, what the hell is happening right now? Promos all around. Jace, DM me and I'll give you my phone number, and then you can call in and cut a promo too. Because I feel like tonight is just a night of promos. You know what I mean? We're talking about Xavier Woods' great promo before this match. But we do have to get to the match and cover it.
Mm-hmm.
The Dudleys are getting really good reactions ever since they came back.
Of course they are.
See, but you say, of course they are. But most of these kids don't know who the fucking Dudleys are.
Yeah, but a lot of people in the crowd aren't kids.
So?
A lot of people in the crowd are adults, older people who know who the Dudleys are.
I mean, it's true enough. When you're right, you're right. I liked Xavier outside using the trombone, and I say that every week, but I got a new wrinkle to it.
Okay.
Xavier's using the trombone, and we hear wah, 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 and we cut over, and it's Summer holding the thing, taking it back and forth. She's just like, "Oh, this is kind of fun. This is fun. I know why he plays with this big brass thing now."
It made me like her more because I like the New Day, and she was having fun with the New Day.
So, scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like Summer?
It's still like a 3. It was at a fucking 0.
Would you rather spend an entire day with Summer Rae or get hit in the head with that book?
Oh, Summer Rae. I mean, book. In person, she's probably not that bad.
I mean, I don't know.
Here's the thing: is I'd give her a chance. I'd take that day to give her a fair shot, and then maybe the next day, it's like, you want to hang out with her for a second day or get hit with the book, and then I might be like, you know what? She's actually kind of a nice girl. I'm gonna hang out with her. Or I might go, you know what? Give me the book. Give me a number 10. Write it on the forehead.
D-Ray gives her 1.5.
I mean, it was a 3 tonight. Next week, it's gonna be back to like a 1 because she's not gonna be paired with the New Day, and then fuck her.
Jace says, "I have no horse in this hair v hair match. Monopoly match, no promo."
Oh, I do. I'm rooting for Amanda 100%.
You want to see Nigel Ball?
Yeah.
See, but here's the thing. I feel like if Nigel has to shave his head bald, it's gonna be like Stevie Janowski from.
I know.
Eastbound
That's
and
why I
Down,
want to see it. It's
where
gonna be the weirdest.
He's gonna
fucking
start wearing hats and like Freddy Krueger gloves in his everyday life.
That's why I want.
He's gonna get this big chin implant. Spoilers for Eastbound and Down. Remember when he blows his chin up? Eastbound and Down is such an underrated show, and if the Dan Dans haven't watched Eastbound and Down, they need to get their life. You know what I'm saying? Jay says, "Artist, what would you and Summer Rae do on your day?"
Go to Cold Stone Creamery.
You can't even say it.
Cold Stone Creamery.
I think that's Mike Tyson's favorite place to get ice cream.
Maybe we'll meet him.
Every time you walk in, he's sitting there and he goes, "Cold Stone." Maybe there he says Stone Cold because he always seems to fuck it up. The guy behind the counter is like, "Mike, it's Cold Stone.
Want to go Stone Cold Creamery, guys?"
I'd like to get a 316 scoop." Dan, as we only got like one more thing to talk about, so if you want us to stick around for another 5 or 10 minutes, throw some topics, questions in the chat. We'll talk about them. We'll hang out with you for a few more minutes. We're gonna get the fuck out of here because I gotta play a bunch of Witcher 3 before I go to bed tonight. I got a whole bunch of comics I got to read. This is real grown-up stuff, you know? Who the fuck won this match?
What match? What were we talking about?
The six-man tag.
Rusev pinned
Ziggler after a super kick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because nobody in this company uses super kicks, right?
Mm.
We got Natty, who still works here, versus Naomi. I'm getting a phone call from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
It's not Steve, though.
It's got to be.
What is the number?
You're live on WWE Raw Talks Live. Oh, shit. You're not loud enough. You got to be a little louder. This is a bad call. I can't
Is that Gina?
I don't know. I hung up on her. But I couldn't hear.
Pittsburgh.
I couldn't hear a word she was
I don't
saying.
know what. Were you on speaker?
Yeah. Okay. It just sounded like shit. So it's a bad phone. It's a bad reception. I appreciate the bit. I appreciate that Steve is giving my phone number to random Dan
to everyone on the internet.
I could have, but I'm a better man than that. I would never do that. You know what I'm saying? D-Ray says Natty looked good. I don't think so. Like, physically, she looked good. She's an attractive lady. But I thought her gear looked like shit.
Yeah, it was weird. It was
black on black with the frills on the shoulders. Wasn't a big fan.
And like they poofy, like almost.
And like they poofy. D-Ray says, "Tell Steve not to cut his hair."
Well,
that's the only thing I heard.
You just got to win the fight against Captain McKay, and then he'll be fine.
Yeah. C says, "What the fuck? Gina called
Oh
him?"
yeah, I'm sure you were so surprised by that.
I can't believe that this has happened. Yeah, so the New Day and Rusev pick up the win. Both of these feuds aren't going anywhere, obviously. What haven't we talked about?
Show versus Cesaro.
Who cares?
Cesaro, or obviously Show's wrestling Lesnar.
Steve just gave out my phone number again. Everybody feel free to call in if you want to.
That's a real nice thing to do.
Show versus Cesaro, I understand why they did it.
Right. Well,
they got to put Show over, make him look strong, so when he goes up against Lesnar, it's just like, oh, is it believable? Now he gave out my address. What a guy. What a guy.
I hate him.
I don't hate him.
I don't hate him. I actually really feel strongly about him in a good way.
Jay says Natty looked like she was bitten by a vampire from Oblivion, which is a great Elder Scrolls reference.
I like
you know what I'm saying?
I allow it.
I understand why they had to do this with Show to make him look strong.
No, I do.
But did it have to be over Cesaro? Like, Cesaro's my boy. You know what I mean?
I know, and
it doesn't hurt him, in my opinion, because this is wrestling. You can lose 10 in a row, and then the next week, if they decide you're the number one,
I know,
guy,
but he hasn't
good again.
Yeah, but they're not gonna.
No, so who cares anyway?
Like he hasn't.
Jay says, "What a guy." Gina says, "There's a huge lag I never realized on this show." That's what we try to tell you guys all the time. When we get to your question later, Steve just gave up my social security.
How does he know that?
He stayed the night here a couple times. Some of my shit was moved around. I don't know. Maybe he went through it. Maybe he was looking for my secret files on him. Because you guys don't know. I'm giving this away live on the air.
Was he rifling through your affairs?
He was rifling through my affairs. I'm gonna drop the hammer. Nobody understands what I'm doing.
It's okay.
Punch Drunk Sports. But I, as a founding Dan, there's other Dan who are in this group. You're in this group. Steve is in this group. Matt Nix is in this group. D-Ray is in this group. Nigel's in this group. You guys are all very powerful Dan-Dans. I didn't want to tell you guys, but I have contingency plans for all of you. In the event that one of you happens to go astray, I need to be... How are you going to not go along with this bit? That was a good bit.
Just go, keep going.
No, it's over. You fucked it up. What's the last thing we need to talk about?
Nothing.
Is that it?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the opener. We did not start with a promo tonight by Triple H and Stephanie. We didn't start with shit. The Wyatt Boys came out with a large man named Strawn Broman.
Bro Strobel. Abe Froman.
Dan Pringle. That's not his name?
No.
This was a fun opener.
I was very surprised to see the Wyatt's opening.
The Dan-Dans come out. D-Ray is going to apply for jobs with my social security number.
He also gave out your bank account number.
There's not much there. Look at all this shit. You think there's that much stuff in there? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I got expensive tastes.
That's all right. I don't.
You really don't.
What's that supposed to mean?
You said it.
So?
I can't agree.
No.
I really feel like we should strengthen your brows at some point.
No. What
No, I'm not
does that
saying
mean?
tonight. We take a Sharpie to them.
Okay, I could do that.
Jace is keeping us on topic here. We're talking about the Wyatts and Stobin Bronman.
John Brumbo.
John Rambo.
Yeah.
Thorn Ribbon Rapper. They didn't get pulled apart. The Wyatts come out. They say, Roman Reigns, come out here with that guy from last night who jumped in the ring, and we go and beat up all you boys.
And Roman Reigns comes out, and he gets in the ring. He's like, I'm not scared of you, motherfucker.
Those were his exact words. I was really surprised that they used that
Uncensored,
verbiage
too.
in
Got
the
right
PG
through.
era.
Got right through. But he was like, you know what? Let's just fight right here in the ring. No refs, no bells, no pins, nothing. Let's just fuck. I just want to beat the shit out of you.
Steve is talking about the size of my wiener.
Well, that's all.
Why does he have to give away all of my personal information?
What he's just said makes me think that all the information before is not real. Because he's just lost all credibility.
I've got an update from the hair versus hair match. Breaking news. The last we heard, Amanda Levine said, let's do this, Bravo. I got the night off work, so now it's official. And then 8 minutes later, she said, bald, though? And Nigel goes, if it's not bald, it's not really a hair versus hair. And I mean bald everywhere. So he's insinuating that you need to shave your armpits. You need to shave your eyebrows. You need to shave your legs. If you're a manly man like me, you got hairy hands. You got to shave your paws. You know, we can't have this bullshit. Amanda says shoulder length, and I'm in. So the terms of hair versus hair are completely different. The show, the title fight is changing as we speak. Gina says, don't draw them on with Sharpie. Gina is against me.
I'm not going to shave them off. I'm just going to add definition and volume to them.
Theory goes, I like how they open with a brawl instead of the normal 15-minute promo, which is what we were going to say.
I like that.
It was very fun. They didn't get pulled apart. They got to fight.
Right. Dean came out.
Yeah.
And then Randy Orton came out.
Randis Dornan.
And it was a big brawl, 3-on-3, just brawling like boys.
I figured Orton was going to be the mystery guy last night. He was not. So I was a wrong boy by just 24 hours.
This will be the tag team match at the next pay-per-view.
You think they're going to do another tag?
Yeah.
Boom, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Boom, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Boom, ba-dum. You were supposed to be the boy with the oven. It's too late. Steve says that I sleep naked, which is 100% true 100% of the time. Jace says, ugh, contract wasn't signed yet. Fair move. So Jace is on board with the changes. You know what I'm saying?
He's right. But I don't know if Nigel's even going to go for it if it's shoulder length.
Steve says I brush my teeth in the shower. 100% true. 100% of the time. Why is he telling?
I don't
everybody?
care about your morning routine.
I think it was the first episode ever of the podcast. We were talking about like pissing in the shower or something. And I was like, here's what I do. I wake up, I get in the shower. I let the water get warm. Like I get in there. First thing I do is wash my face. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't care about all this. We're talking about one specific thing. You were not happy that I was painting the picture.
Nobody cares about that shit.
System says 0.0. Nobody gave us any other topics or questions that they wanted us to tackle. So I guess those are things that we're going to have to tackle this Wednesday on the 616 Entertainment Podcast with our guest, the star of A Conversation with Corey Fisher.
Oh my God, I can't wait!
Oh my God, I can't wait!
What is this?
That was the lefty promo. What is this though? I can't play that one. There's a couple of that I can't play.
Wait, was that in Top 5 Batman?
That?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the thing. What is Top 5 Batman?
It's the SAL MELENDEZ show. He said Top 5 Batman, and they did a show about it. SAL MELENDEZ style. Counting down top 5 things all Batman do.
Top 5 things all Batman do? What is wrong with you?
I don't know how to explain it.
I feel like you've got...
It's SAL MELENDEZ Top 5 Batman. Google it, YouTube it, share it, like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Comment. Tell us what you think. If you didn't like it, tell us. We want to know.
Steve says that Ian's favorite band is him. 100% true, 100% of the time. You know all these things already, though, so I don't care. You don't have to know these things. Dan's, Jay says Ian's favorite band is 30 Seconds to Mars. Not true. Never true. 0% of the time.
You like them, though, don't you?
Follow me on Twitter at IDS616. Yes, I do. Follow you on Twitter at
TheArtist616.
We do this show Monday, the podcast Wednesday. You can get on iTunes, SoundCloud, right here. It's called the 616 Entertainment Podcast. Just search for it. You'll find it. Who cares? We got shows on Friday, too, which are currently fluctuating. We're in talks of bringing back a show called This Game Sucks, maybe, which starred the artist playing Jim Schmelman. And there's a lot of shows out there that take a video game that's bad and they tell you why it's bad. I came up with this concept that we would do a show where you take a classic video game, Castlevania, Mario, and you say why it's bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the exact opposite of the Angry Video Game Nerd. You know what I'm saying? Steve
tongue-in-cheek
says my favorite color is purple. No longer true. 0% of the time. My favorite boy is Corey Fisher. 100% true. 100% of the time. I work at Store Redacted because there's a social media issue going on where I work. So I don't know where I work.
Well, it's
anymore.
out there.
You know what I'm saying?
If you really want to know, you could find out.
We got to get out of here. Dan's, search This Game Sucks Castlevania. You'll see this great boy, name of Jim Schmelman. We love you. System says, don't bring it back. This show sucked. System, go play with Snapple on a plate, would you? Really do. I fucking love that. We love you, and we are going to see you next week with more Raw Talks.
Oh, bro, it's just like, dude, you get the best barrels ever, dude. Just like you pull in, and you just get spit right out of them. And you just drop in and just smack the lip. Whoop-ah! Drop down, snap, ah! And then after that, you just drop in, you just ride the barrel and get pitted. So pitted.